What's going on, guys? Griffin Dalby here at Twin Cities Peppers. Today we have another tips and tricks video for you. This one's on pollination. Pollination is very important for the plants, so I'm going to show you kind of how I am doing it and what I am testing out to see if I can make a pollination breakthrough. An easy way to do it. We'll see if this works, but I'm pretty sure it will. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, so pollination is a very important thing within peppers. Without pollination, you're not going to be getting nearly the amount of fruit production that you should. Pollination occurs through wind or bugs, or just movement, such as flicking or toothbrush, electric toothbrush. I've used that in the past. But any kind of buzzing or movement or wind can pollinate a pepper flower. Pepper flowers actually are self-pollinators, so they can pollinate themselves. They have both the male and the female part within that flower, and they don't need to get pollen from a different plant. So cucumbers or tomatillos typically will require a bee to touch one flower and bring that pollen over to another, whereas peppers can actually just pollinate themselves. So if there's one flower on a pepper plant, you're able to get a pepper. So I know that's kind of an unlikely scenario where you'd have one flower, but I'm just kind of trying to explain that in a way that makes sense. Here's a good example of what happens when you don't get pollination. You can see within these isolation bags, if you don't buzz them or pollinate them often enough, it'll drop their flowers, as you see in there. It's just lack of pollination there. So as the season winds down, there's less and less pollinators that are actually pollinating your plants. And if you really want to ensure proper pollination, you can, one, walk around, flick the branches or the flowers to release pollen and pollinate, or you can use an electric toothbrush, obviously not the head that you brush with, that would be kind of disgusting, but you can buy a separate one or just a separate toothbrush in general and buzz those plants. Or I think I came up with a very, very good option. This is what I use for my back, and been sitting around. I decided to try something with it. This is a percussion massager. Turn that thing on. You got different speeds and everything, so I figured I could maybe pollinate the entire plant at once. So I'm going to show you kind of how I do that. You can buy a very cheap one. Turn that thing up on the high. You can see all these flowers shaking. I want to pollinate what's in here. I think I came up with something that will save people a lot of time. So I did go around and pollinate each and every one of these. We'll see what happens. It's a lot quicker than doing a toothbrush on every branch, on every flower. A lot quicker. So hopefully it works out. It would be a huge time saver for me, and definitely ensure that I get the most pollination possible. So I'm going to post a link to one of these on Amazon down in the description. I'm sure you guys can find them as well. You can get a very cheap one and use that. So if this works out, I think it's going to be a big time saver for me. So really excited to see what happens. I know this video is short and sweet, but I wanted to keep it to the point and kind of show you what I have done and what I hope to be a solution to quicker pollination. So if you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and until the next tips and tricks, we'll see you next time.